Hey, this may very well may be the last episode of this run. The last video of this run. Which, this is part 8. Which is kind of wild to me. Also, yeah. I really like to experiment in these games. And, I mean, I haven't in a long while, but something I found out a while ago, probably like 2018, 2019, was you can actually get to this point without killing a single Lord of Cinder, but Goddard's body with the Grand Archives key and his twin blades won't be here unless you kill the first 3, which you need the key to open the door, and it's the only way to beat the game. So sad to say, the developers thought of things. They had contingency plans. It's tragic, I know. You actually have to play the game to play the game. Quite sad. So, I did a few things before starting this recording. Please, don't shoot me. You did a lot less damage than I thought you would. That's good. Dip. Wait. I love how you can turn before you're actually allowed to walk. So you just kind of like pivot. And you're like, should I go this way? And you do that before going. Yeah, let's actually go this way. Alright. Dope crystal gem. Nice. Hi. I don't think you can get their armor set, but I know you can get their weapon. Like, little dagger that they have. I don't know about the staff, but the dagger certainly. Hi. Like I said, ow. Like I was trying to say, I did a few things before, like after the last recording before this one. Hi. And it was mostly just me doing a few cleanup things. Just like getting hovels set and just buying some armor sets and extra cleaning out of the inventory. Which, you know, it's nice to clean it out, only have what really matters there. I mean, we're going through this and we're going to pick up some extra things, but hey, we've already skipped like half of what we come across, or half of what's in the area. Which, it's kind of crazy how much the game allows you to skip if you just go, nah. I mean, you don't even have to like willingly skip things. Just not looking in every little nook and cranny in every corner, because I mean, look at this. This tiny little broken piece of wall. That was rude, sir. Ma'am, whatever you are. It's like that tiny little piece of broken wall handhold thing. That leads you to items. So easy to miss that. But it's a thing. Also, smiley face, it's an item chest. 100% accuracy. I've gotten 3 crystal gems from these things. I'm not gonna deal with you. But yeah, they're just like... They're little hands that crop up. And... what you're supposed to do is dip your head in wax, and there are a few of those things. And... okay. And they let you be safe from the curse hand things. Are you? Oh, alright, you're out. Good. I was a little worried for you. Because it seemed like you were having some trouble getting out there. You know, you could not try to kill me. You could be friendly like that guy. Which, this guy, let me tell you, he's hilarious. I mean, look at this. Goodbye! No idea what causes that. No idea. Also, we can sneaky snoo silently and just walk past this guy, hopefully. Normally, I kill him. Hopefully, he doesn't see us and go, hey. Nope. I noticed, at least in my experience, a lot of people say that enemies like those things and like the dogs are a pain to deal with. And I've never understood that because, like, shield, like, look at this is a small shield, and all I had to do was doop, block their attack entirely. Which I'm someone who does not like shields at all. But if it works, it works. Also, 2 things. One, I before recording realized I haven't used the washing pole in a long time. And 2, these guys kind of suck. For one simple reason. If you watch the 2 in the back, you might notice something interesting. They're coming. You cannot get the attention of just one. Even if you shoot one of them with a bow and arrow from far away, it doesn't matter. Like, all 3 will come. Which sucks. And also, that person is... ow. But yeah. That's the person who invaded us in the Untended Graves. Which, you know, they suck. Hi. I feel bad for this guy. This is like... he's just trying to do his job, man. And I'm here just like... extendo katana. And I'm just... okay. Again... that's supposed to be like a risk-reward system. But then you give it to a computer with absolutely perfect timing, and they're just like, no. Look at that. it completely defeats the purpose. Completely defeats the purpose of parrying. Completely defeats the purpose of parrying. Because the entire point of parrying is it's a risk-reward thing. No. No. Yeah. All three of them drop something. The one who dropped the shield, he just uses the Great Axe, which you can pick that up in Fair and Keep on top of the giant bridge, and you can get it from the Great Axe enemies off in the very beginning of the game, like in High Wall of Lothric and in Lothric Castle. So it's like, it's not a special weapon, so it makes more sense that you get the shield. But also, something else that you can do if you don't want to fight them is you can just straight up just run past them. And this, I'm not 100% sure how this works, but in video games, you can't load the entire world at once. That'd take way too much processing power. So the game will like unload one area when you leave and load the area you're going into. And what happens is when you go down this elevator, it will like unload, or at least somewhat unload, this area, and it'll have like a lower frame rate, which is really funny to see if you can catch it. And what you can do is you can just go down this, and then either they'll stay here or they'll try to follow you down. And it can be really glitchy and buggy and weird and not doing that, even though it's good. But it's just really funny. And you can bug them out and get a free kill. I've done it a few times where they'll just try to walk into the elevator as you're taking it down, and they'll end up on top of it, and then you get to the very bottom and then they just die. It's happened a few times. Hi. Hello. That worked better than expected. I thought this boy was gonna come after me before I got done killing them. Also, again, the venerable Knights of Lothric. They should not be getting stun-locked by a cartoon katana. Alright. I'm just gonna butcher a venerable Knight of Lothric and walk past you guys. I'll let you survive. I'll let you live to tell the tale. Ow. I'll let you live for completely different reasons. I don't want to fight you. Now, going all the way down, you can actually send this back up, and then there's an elevator underneath it, which is kind of neat. Lothric Castle. And I think what we're gonna do is take this down, coiled sword fragment our way back to Firelink, and I think we might just buy all of Orbek's sorceries. Yeah, let's do it. Just buy all of his sorceries, and then we can summon him for this fight. Hopefully that doesn't mess up Yuria's quest, because she wants him dead.
Back again, I suppose.
Yep.
Unfathomable. Unfathomable.
Yep.
This is... I
Unfathomable. You said it, bud. I wonder, for the ones I've already bought, can I just not buy them? Can I just skip over them? Like, I already bought this one. I'm gonna try it. Just because this is a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. Like...
It is folly to claim life, no matter even...
Yeah, so he says that after she's like, hey, kill him.
Oh, I have something for you. You're a fine sorcerer now. You should have to go on.
Yeah, so I think he gives this to you after you buy a single sorcery. And then once you buy... I think it's those 4.
How do you like... Give this...
Then you get a gesture in this.
With this, it's a...
Right.
In Vinheim, I was an assassin.
Yeah.
A sorcerer only in name. A killer for hire. What a fool I was, thinking one day I would learn real sorceries. When I became undead, I was exiled from the school. But here I am, now, exploring the depths of sorcery. All thanks to you, I might add. You are no ordinary man.
All
these sorceries...
Below average, yes.
Mastered every one.
Yep.
If this
well,
were
I mean,
dragon school...
mastered...
Be, well, overtly despised and banished from the place. Well, I suppose it's time I packed my bags. I would hate to see our agreement end sourly.
Yep.
Better left, tucked away. It's a pleasant memory.
Yeah.
You are no or if well, I would hate better let. Promise to stay safe. It's been nice running our own little school.
I like how as time goes on and as you buy more sorceries, the way he says buy changes. I think that's very nice. I like it a lot. But also, I think you start out with 4 like Estus, where you have 3 normal ones and then an ashen one, and you end the game and cap out at 15, which means you need to get 11 Estus shards, and then for the undead bone shards, you start out at level 1, you end at level 11, so you need 10. And normally, I get all of them. But I was looking, I have 6 out of 11 and 3 out of 10 that you'd get out of like a complete run. Which, I mean, it doesn't make a difference because we're already maxed out. I don't remember where his sign was. I remember it was somewhere. I remember there one being up on here. Or like one of those little heightened spots. But I don't remember if that was an NPC or just like a particularly memorable person. I don't know. That's Cirrus. I thought you could summon Orbeck. I suppose not. I mean, that's fine. We can fight him alone. Well, I was kind of hoping to see him. Because he is a very enjoyable NPC. I really like Orbeck. Just kind of hoping we could see what he was like in a fight. What sorceries he used. Again, Cirrus, she doesn't have the health. She doesn't have the defense. she just doesn't have anything. Now, yeah. This is another really, really good boss fight. It's big on punishing players who are too aggressive and use too much stamina, which is absolutely me. So he usually stomps me. But I think that's part of what makes him so enjoyable. Is he's not like crazy difficult, but he forces me to be better at the game. It's like he forces the mistakes out of me, or forces me to stop making mistakes. That was rude. The only problem I have with this boss is because of how quickly he comes back up after each attack. It's like you just kind of can't heal. So it's like if you take damage, you've simply taken damage. It's like,
Dear brother.
you need to get to this point. You need to knock Lorien down. Okay.
Mark
But yeah.
my words. You.
Yep. I know. But you need to knock Lorien down in order to heal. Because if you get hit, even if you wait for an attack, and then, like, pretty much perfectly heal, like, perfectly dodge and then heal immediately after, you're still probably going to get hit. Whereas with most bosses, they allow a little bit of grace period for you to get the heal off. But that's just like a small minor nitpick. And outside of that, he's a really, really good boss.
Welcome, host. Very well. Then take.
And I enjoy them a lot. And I think they're really good.
Farewell, Ash of Me.
Yep. Now, did they do it? I mean, we'll have to see by going here. It'll go away someday. But I believe it's after you kill Prince Lothric that Cirrus dips. And down here, yes, you get her talisman. And then you can buy her set, and that's where her grandfather's shield is. Would neat. But her weapon is just like a normal, standard, basic thrusting sword. I forget which one exactly, but it's just like a normal one. Not super notable. It's something you can get somewhere else. But yeah, Sinners of a Lord. And they all have slightly different, unique item descriptions, and they all have their own unique look. Which, I don't know what it is about Prince Lothric, but... I don't like it. I think just because it's, like, milky white, but it's solid, and it's like, oh, that's not natural. No. Why would you do this? And, hi. And yeah, it's at this point you can do you can do this guy's quest, Leonard's. So yeah, all of these have the name on the back, so you know which is which. But also, you can kind of tell which is which just because the Abyss Watchers has, or I'm sorry, the Undead Legion has this Legion of Swords, and the Giant has the Giant, and the Prince has the main, like the main one in the middle, and then, I mean, last one is last.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones. Or farewell, maid.
I don't think they're sitting, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, one of them is sitting. The other 3 are skulls. I mean, difference of words, I suppose, but... Skip. And... here we go. There's no reason to light this one. Because... you immediately go out and light the next one. I mean, the only reason to light that one is if you were to come through here and just, like, jump off the cliff. Which, why would you do that? But also, this looks very, very cool. This probably took a long time to make. And honestly, it was totally worth it. Also, if you have the DLC, the Dreadkeep, there's a bonfire for it right here. I have it on console, don't have it on PC. Which I thought about maybe doing like this run on my console so I could go through the DLC. But, hello, no, not this time. But then I was like, nah. Mostly because I don't know if my mic works on console, and I don't know if my headphones work on console. I have very weird headphones, and you don't plug them into console the same way you do most headphones. Hi. Mistake. I got greedy, what can I say? You do a lot of damage. You're fast, you have a lot of health, and you have a lot of damage. And Jesus Christ! Yeah. Oh my god. Can you hear that? That's what I was doing. I was annihilating my poor dodge button. This is the other boss, by the way. Like, the final boss that I don't enjoy fighting. I mostly don't enjoy fighting them alone. Because they're so fast. They're so aggressive. They do so much damage. They have 2 full health bars. So that's what I was doing. And I was doing that before he hit me. but it just wasn't enough. Because, man, he just keeps going, doesn't he? Don't heal yourself. Okay. It's like, this is a very cool idea. It's a very cool idea to have a boss that swaps between all these different fighting styles. Alright, back up. Back up. Yuria, please. Yuria, please. Like, it's a very cool idea. I just don't think the execution is there. Because... okay. Rip Yuria. It's like... I feel like he was just overtuned a tiny bit. Mostly in terms of just, like, speed and damage. I feel like if they just tuned one of them down just a tiny bit, or simply aggression. If they just tuned one of those three things down just a little bit, I feel like he would have been totally fine. Which, he might not look that bad there, which he isn't. But fighting him alone is awful. Get out of here. Think the first fight? No. I don't think I will. I don't want to get the same ending. So I'm gonna do a few things. First of all, well, never mind. I was gonna say, first of all, I'm gonna kill Yuria. But then she was like, nah.
Ashen for the Lord's link.
Yep. How about we do this?
Ashen One, are these eyes?
Yep.
How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we firekeepers have been missing.
Yep.
Mayst thou thy peace discover.
Yeah, speaking of eyes, she has this cool, like, headpiece on. It'd be really nice if you could get that with the Firekeeper set. And maybe you can get it, but it doesn't... You don't get it with the rest of the Firekeeper set.
Ashen, thou wish them call. I am of thou hast given me eyes. And such it was they showed me.
Yes.
Ashen One, but these... Oh, Ashen One, is this...
Yes. Wish for a world without flame. Fire, it burns. Have you seen Prometheus? Or heard the story? I think that's his name. The guy who stole fire.
Of course, I serve thee. This will be our private affair. No one else may know of this. Stay that until... Mayst...
I love how she's talking really loudly. And she's like, this is our private affair. And the old handmaid is like, what? What are you saying?
Ashen, thou... Then I am thou... Very well, then taken.
But, I mean, we can do this. One final level.
Mayst thou thy peace.
Also, last time... This was kind of funny and sad. Last time when I came here, I was doing things like this and doing like that and just a bunch of stuff. Because, again, the change between examine and pick up item, the buttons on PC are very weird. Because again, this is E, and then this would be F. Which makes no sense to me. Like, logically, I can see the thought process. But also, they could have just made both of them the same button, like they do on console, and it would make a smoother user experience. It's a very small thing, and throughout my run on mouse and keyboard last time, it's something that I did figure out, like, by the time I hit Aldrich. But it's just a weird change that I don't know why they made. Also, now we can summon the Firekeeper. The best NPC to help you during a boss.
The first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle. But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's Pass.
Oh, we had... Okay, I thought we had to do
Ashen One,
something.
hearest thou my voice still?
Nope. Okay. Thought we had to do something for a second. I do think this is a very, very good game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Do I think it's perfect? No. I don't think any game is perfect. But it's probably in my top 5 favorites of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. And it's my second favorite Soulsborne game. Behind Bloodborne. Which... even though I put this above Elden Ring, it's not because there's less to do there, because there's a lot more to do in Elden Ring. I just think it has a lot of weird issues. I'd say overall, Elden Ring probably has a lot more choice, because I actually looked this up, because at the time I was looking at doing a miracle build, and obviously I didn't do that for this. I instead went with a katana, just a normal katana run. But I was considering doing a miracle run, and I was looking, and I mean, they're called incantations in Elden Ring, but they're the same thing. And I don't remember the exact numbers, but Dark Souls 3 had something like 32 miracles, whereas, again, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think it was like 107 for Elden Ring. And not only did Elden Ring have like 3 times, possibly more than 3 times the amount of incantations, but they were a lot more versatile. Because there were a few specific things I looked at, like how many were there in each game, how many healed, how many did damage, and again, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think there were more incantations in Elden Ring that did damage than there were miracles in general in Dark Souls 3. Or at least it was close. Which was wild to me. And there were only like 10 or 15 that did damage or boosted damage in Dark Souls 3. Which is not a lot. And like 5 of them were borderline the same thing. Where it was just like a strike of lightning. And the main difference was like where you got it, the faith requirement, and like that was it. I mean, obviously there are some small differences, but like those were the 2 main differences. Which, doing it in New Game Plus, neither of those things would have made a difference. But I just found it funny how many more incantations there were in Elden Ring and how much more variety there was. And I mean, if someone were to play a FromSoft game, the first one I would recommend would be Elden Ring. Even though I have it as the 3rd best in my personal list, it would be the first one I recommend. Just because it feels a lot more approachable to the average person, but also because there's so much more variety. Where it's like, if they want to run a strength build, they can do that. If they want to run a dex build, they can do that. If they want to do miracles, if they want to do sorceries, if they want to do like a spell blade, if they want to do like a bow build or some random nonsense build, there's so much more variety in Elden Ring, and it really makes it just super friendly to the player, which is very, very nice. Which is why I would recommend it. And then second, I'd probably recommend this. And then third, I'd probably recommend Bloodborne. I know a lot of people really, really like Dark Souls 1. But in my experience playing it, because I played all of them, I don't think I fully finished 1 or 2. I know certainly I don't have nearly as much experience in 1 or 2. But they felt very clunky to me. And that's not to say that they're bad, but they felt very clunky. And I know that's a limitation of their time. And I would really love to see them get full, just like overhauls, like Demon Souls did. Because I think bringing them into new life, getting rid of some of the clunkiness, maybe sharing some things up, polishing some things, making things go a bit smoother. I think that could do a lot for the older games. Begin Journey 3. Oh my god. I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 journeys on this character. And each one is gonna have their own different things. For Journey 3 and 4, maybe 5, but for 3 and 4 for sure, I'm gonna be doing 2 different things. One, I'm not gonna focus on a whole lot. But for 3, I think I'm gonna do Miracle Sorceries and Pyromancies. And then Journey 4, which is New Game Plus 3, I think I'm gonna do rings, because that's when you can get all the rings. But, yeah.